So good day everyone. I am the reporter of Chapter 10 Creative Positive School Culture. So let's tackle the topic, the role of school culture in learning. So ano nga kaya ang purpose at role ng school culture sa pagkatuto ng mga bata? So alamin natin, in a positive way kaya ito o hindi? Alam niyo ba na malaking tulong ang school culture sa pagkatuto ng mga bata? Dahil a positive school culture fosters improvement, collaborative decision-making, professional development, and staff and student learning. So, all in all, positive school culture is ideal in having and maintaining because um, there are so many ways and opportunities that can be unlocked when it gets reached by the organizations. So, let's proceed to the elements of positive culture. First is collegiality, in which the school atmosphere is friendly. You work in an atmosphere where responsibility and authority are shared by everyone. You can be yourself. You have not to put your best forward to impress others. So, upang magkaroon nga ng positive school culture, kinakailangan na ang bawat membro ay responsable sa mga parting kanilang ginagampanan o kanilang ginagawa. At lahat rin ang staff ng school ay kasama sa decision making, mapa-principal, teacher, o staff ka man. Also, you are in a positive school culture kapag hindi mo nararamdaman na napipressure ka para gawin ang best mo to impress other people. At isa pa, mapa-principal, teacher o boss ka man, ay hindi mo dapat pinipressure ang iyong mga kasama. At hindi mo rin pinaparamdam sa kanila na ikaw yung superior o yung nakakataas sa kanila. Sa collegiality rin nakikita ang pantay-pantay na pakikitungo at pagtutulungan ng bawat isa. So, for example nga nito, teachers talking together about students. So, in a collegial setting, the faculty members talk about the students' strengths and weaknesses. How and in a what kind of setting particular students learn best and ways to work productively with their families. And another one is teachers working together about teachers working together to develop a curriculum. So, in a collegial setting, curriculum is always developed and evaluated. Nagiging posible ito kapag ang mga school leaders ay nagbibigay ng oras para sa mga faculty members para magtanong doon about sa curriculum. And lastly, teachers teaching one another. In a collegial setting pa rin nagkakaroon ng mga teachers ng opportunity para makipag-interact sa bawat isa. Makapag-share ng kanilang knowledge, skills, talents, and para makatulong sa bawat colleagues nila. So, and for the next element is experimentation. The atmosphere encourages experimentation and so will welcome mistakes as part of the learning process. So, sa buhay nga natin ay may tinatawag din tayong trial and error, in which in our life, ginagawa natin ang mga bagay kahit wala naman itong kasiguraduhan. Kung magiging maayos ba o mali ang kalalabasan nito. In which kapag mali ang kinalabasan o nag-failed tayo dito, ay natututo tayo. Doon pumapasok yung experimentation in which we try, we fail, we learn and try again to succeed in what we want. We can have a positive school culture kapag ang isang tao ay may ginagawang mali, huwag mo siyang parurusahan. Dahil nga may mga mali na hindi naman sinasadya. And this mistake can teach us a lesson in which we can learn. So for example nga nito, using of technologies in teaching, enrich, dito ita-try nating mga teachers kung mas makiki-operate ba yung mga students, interact, at kung nakukuha ba natin yung attentions nila. So third is high expectations. It has been said one's level of achievements is always lower than one's level, that aspirations to problems are arise here. Robert G. Margiano warned us. So first, expectations are subtle and difficult to change. Second, what actually communicates expectations to students is teachers' behavior. So in the first problem, if nakasanayan mo nang mag-set ng low expectations, mahihirapan ka nang baguhin ito into high expectations dahil iyon nga ang nakasanayan mo ng ilang taon. And for the second problem, kapag binago mo naman yung expectations mo pero hindi ang pag-uugali mo, walang mababago. Maaaring makaapekto ito sa mga achievements ng students mo. So we must set high expectations or higher achievements para gawin ng students ang mga best nila. At kapag nagawa nila ang mga best nila, marirealize nilang may mga bagay na kaya nilang gawin na hindi nila inaakalang magagawa nila, at magiging proud sila sa mga sarili nila. And for the next, fourth element is trust and confidence. Students, teachers, school heads, and parents relate well and work well when relationships are solidly built on trust and confidence. In fact, honest and open communication is possible only when there is trust and confidence in each other in the school community. So, I can share my inner thoughts when I am confident that I do not get ostracized when I do. Ito ang isa sa tingin ko ang pinaka-importante sa mga elements. In fact, it is easy to trust other. Madaling ibigay ang ating pagtitiwala dahil kapag may tiwala ka nga sa isang tao, hindi ka nahihiyang magsabi ng opinion mo o idea mo. At mas madaling magtrabaho at mag-aaral kapag ang relationship mo sa students and teachers ay pinagtitibay ng trust and confidence. But always remember na kapag na libre nga lang ang magtiwala, hindi ito mahirap ibigay, but kailangan pag-isipang mabuti um, kung kanino nga natin ibibigay ang tiwala natin. Dahil we cannot give our trust to all of the people around us. Kinakailangang kilatisin at kilalanin natin ang ating nakakasalamuha to create a positive school culture. And fifth is tangible support. Everyone in the school community gets concrete support for the good that they do. Support comes in not just in words but in action. School heads say to it that LCDs in the classrooms are functioning. So, tangible is, ibig sabihin nito ay yung mga bagay na nahahawakan. For example is, sa mga books, sa library, television, in the classroom, and it shows that the school support learning of the students. So six is reaching out to the knowledge base. Teachers care to grow professionally to update themselves on content, knowledge, and pedagogy. The first domain in the Philippine professional standards for teachers. So, is the teachers o tayo ang mga future educator ay kailangan open tayo sa mga new ideas o yung mga panibagong ways sa pagtuturo. Tulad na lang nung nasa traditional way pa tayo ng education. Hindi pa uso yung mga technologies, but now we are modernized. Ang mga teachers ay nag-aaral at inaaral nila kung paano gumamit ng mga technology o kung paano ito i-incorporate sa pagtuturo, dahil alam nilang mas matututo dito ang mga students, and sa content dapat ang mga teachers naman ay mahilig mag-research. Sabi nga natin, di ba, kapag teacher ka habang buhay ka mag-aaral para makakuha ng mga contents na magagamit natin sa real life, made ng malawakang information. So that's all.